Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hollyoaks has aired life-threatening scenes for Cleo McQueen. Cleo has been locked up in boyfriend Abe Fielding's secret bunker for more than a year, after being led to believe her motorcycle crash killed Abe's mother Marie. It has since been revealed that Marie is very much alive and dating Tony Hutchinson, whereas Abe has started a romantic relationship with Perry Lomax that he's kept secret from Cleo. In Monday's streaming episode, viewers saw Cleo on the verge of death after being left alone for days while Abe had a loved-up holiday with Perry. Abe was horrified to find Cleo unconscious as he returned. She begged Abe to take her to the hospital once she awoke, but he insisted she couldn't leave the flat. Best Streaming Services 2024, including Disney+, Netflix, iPlayer, and Apple TV+. Abe took Cleo's hospital pass and headed off in secret. When he tried to use the hospital pass to steal antibiotics from the storeroom, Perry happened to catch him in the act. The villain was able to talk his way out of his shady activities, though he soon swiped Perry's hospital badge to get the antibiotics for Cleo. Rushing back home, Abe tried not to panic as Cleo talked him through how to administer the drugs. Cleo soon passed out once again, leaving Abe to worry that he killed her. "Please, I can't watch you die," Abe begged. "I can't live in a world knowing you're not in it." Cleo eventually did come back around, though she begged Abe once again to call her an ambulance before it was too late. "But I'll go to prison. You don't want me to do that," Abe told her. "I'll lose my whole life." The episode ended with Abe struggling to decide whether he should risk calling an ambulance. The autumn air was crisp in Hollyoaks Village, but an undercurrent of tension hung in the atmosphere that no one could ignore. Cleo McQueen, always the fighter, had managed to pick herself up time and again through heartbreak, addiction, and trauma. But nothing could have prepared her, or the village, for the life-threatening twist that was about to unfold. A new beginning. For months, Cleo had been working on rebuilding her life. She had thrown herself into her job as a therapist, finding purpose in helping others while striving to heal her own wounds. Her relationship with Toby Farrow had been tumultuous, but they were trying to make it work despite their complicated past. Cleo was determined to be strong for herself and for Toby, who had been struggling with guilt and self-loathing after his involvement in Lisa Loveday's death. It had been a delicate balancing act, but for the first time in a long while, Cleo felt like she was moving forward. She was finally attending her group therapy sessions regularly and had even begun to reconnect with her family, the ever-dramatic McQueens. But as with everything in Hollyoaks, peace was fleeting. Unbeknownst to Cleo, danger had been lurking in the shadows, closer than she could have ever imagined. The return of an old ghost. It all started when Cleo began receiving strange, cryptic messages. At first, she brushed them off as random spam, maybe someone playing a prank. The texts were vague but unnerving. "You can't run from your past. It's not over. I'm watching." The words sent a shiver down her spine, but Cleo didn't let herself dwell on them. She had too much going on to worry about anonymous threats. She told herself they were harmless, a coward hiding behind a screen. But as the messages became more frequent and specific, Cleo's anxiety grew. Someone knew too much about her eating disorder, her time in rehab, her darkest moments. Someone was targeting her. Still, Cleo tried to push through. She didn't want to burden her family or Toby with her fears. She'd always been the one in need, the broken one. She didn't want to go back to being the girl everyone had to save. One night, after a particularly grueling day at work, Cleo was walking home through the village when she felt it. The sensation of being followed. Every sound, every rustle of leaves, set her on edge. She quickened her pace, heart racing, but when she glanced over her shoulder, there was no one there. She tried to convince herself it was just her imagination playing tricks on her. But deep down, she knew something was terribly wrong. The stalker revealed. As the days passed, the harassment escalated. Cleo started receiving packages, gifts that weren't gifts at all. There were cruel, twisted reminders of her past. A pill bottle she hadn't seen in years. A shirt she'd worn when she was at her lowest. It was like someone had been watching her for a long time, someone who knew her most intimate fragile secrets from his own demons, noticed Cleo's anxiety and tried to offer support, but Cleo pushed him away. She didn't want him to spiral because of her. She told herself she could handle it. She was wrong. One evening, while working late at the mental health clinic, Cleo received another message. This one chilled her to the bone. "I'm closer than you think. I'm coming for you tonight." The text came with a photo of her walking home just minutes earlier. Cleo's breath hitched. Whoever this was, they weren't just playing mind games anymore. They were planning something far worse. Panic set in, and Cleo knew she had to leave the clinic immediately. She grabbed her things and rushed toward the door, her heart pounding in her chest. But when she opened it, she froze. Standing there, bathed in the dim light of the hallway, was Joel Dexter. Betrayal and danger. Cleo's ex-fiancé, Joel, had been out of the picture for a while, trying to make amends for his own past mistakes. He did seem to be on a path of redemption, but something about the look in his eyes sent a wave of dread through Cleo. "Joel, what are you doing here?" she stammered, her mind racing. "I've been trying to protect you, Cleo," Joel said, his voice unsettlingly calm. "I've been watching over you. I know you've been struggling, and I couldn't just stand by and let you fall apart again." Cleo's blood ran cold. Suddenly, it all made sense. The messages, the packages, the stalking. It had been Joel all along. "Joel, you're scaring me," she whispered, backing away. He stepped forward, his face twisted with a mixture of guilt and desperation. "I didn't want to hurt you. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. You were slipping again, and I couldn't let you destroy yourself like before." Cleo's heart raced as she realized the situation was far worse than she had imagined. Joel wasn't just trying to help, he was obsessed, and his obsession had taken a dangerous turn. "I'm fine, Joel. You don't need to do this," Cleo said, trying to stay calm, to find an escape. "We can talk about this. Please, just let me go." But Joel wasn't listening. His grip on reality had frayed, and in his mind, he was saving her, whether she wanted him to or not. "You don't see it yet, but you need me. I'm the only one who can protect you." In a panic, Cleo lunged for the door, but Joel was faster. He grabbed her arm, his fingers digging into her skin as she struggled to break free. The terror that had been building for weeks now reached its peak. A life in peril. Desperate and terrified, Cleo fought back with everything she had. She knew that if she didn't get away, she might not survive the night. The scuffle knocked over furniture, the sound of crashing echoing through the empty clinic. At the last moment, just as Cleo thought all hope was lost, Toby burst through the door, having followed his instincts after Cleo stopped answering her phone. He tackled Joel to the ground, allowing Cleo to scramble to safety. Tears streamed down Cleo's face as the police arrived to arrest Joel. The nightmare was over, but the scars would remain. Cleo had faced death once again, but this time, she had fought back and survived. As she stood in the aftermath, surrounded by flashing lights and the comforting arms of Toby, Cleo knew that her life would never be the same. But this time, she was ready to fight for herself, no matter what came next. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.